My name is Ivy, and I'm a registered nurse from the Philippines. I worked before in Middle East for about 6 years, and then I went back home to the Philippines to be with the family. I do have a husband and 2 kids. And my husband is a cancer survivor. He's now retired. So that's why I also decided to work abroad and pursue my passion of being a nurse. But I encountered hindrances along the way. I applied to 2 agencies, and this took me 16 months for both agencies. All empty promises. So I saw Ian's in the FB page. So I said, this company might help me. I checked the company, also the testimonials, if they really deliver what they're saying. All those people in the testimonials, they jive the goals, the visions, the promises, and the after effects, the product of what they're saying. So I tried Ian. February of 2021, I joined Ian's. I attended the webinar, and within a month, I've got my job offer. And then by end of March, I applied for visa. And then first week of April, I've got my visa. Just 2 months, right? While the other agencies, it took me 16 months. And Ian's give me what they promised. I jumped with joy. I told my family immediately. I told my friends. I called my ex-colleagues. So they're happy for me because they know how I struggled. They know the time I've wasted with these agencies. So Ian's came at the right time in my life when I am so desperate. So I'm happy that I'm here now in UK. The people behind, they will help you all throughout. They catered all my needs. They have given me, they supported me. They are with you all the way. Again, I'm here. To all the nurses out there who are just like me, who kept on waiting for nothing, Ian will be helping you with your visa, IELTS review, OSCE training, interview training, and a lot more. So try Ian's webinar. See for yourself. And I'll meet you here in UK.
Hi everyone, it's me again, Michael. Thank you for joining us today and welcome to our show. Na-miss niyo ba ako kahapon? Well, I've got plenty of updates for you guys today. And of course, ang ating pag-uusapan today is kung pasado ka na sa IELTS, ano nga ba ang kumpletong detalye or step-by-step process in registering for your NMC para makakuha ka na ng CBT and OSCE exam mo. Okay? Right? So, if you are tuning in, say hi and type in your questions at sasagutin natin lahat yan sa show natin today. Okay? Now, yesterday, okay, just to give you guys a brief update, yesterday supposedly, ang topic natin is paano nga ba makukuha o paano kukunin, tama ba? How you can get your dependents with you to the UK, right? And if you missed that episode yesterday, go onto our YouTube channel and you can find in there that we've got meron kaming English, Hindi, and Arabic version ng ating episode yesterday. Na-miss nyo lang yung Tagalog. Pero, So, bakit nga ba wala tayo kahapon? Well, very, very simple. Yesterday, we've met with 107 candidates, senior career candidates, and binibigyan namin sila ng induction, and we explained to them kung ano yung offer letter nila. Okay, 107 candidates, successful candidates yesterday. All right, so And again, if you are tuning in, say hi, say hello. Very, very interesting topic today, especially para dun sa mga nurses natin na still aspiring to become a registered nurse in the UK. Now, this show or this episode is meant for us to inspire nurses like you, especially you, na nakikinig today and nakatutok. There's a very, very big opportunity for nurses. Okay, at the moment, napakarami nating vacancies. No, over 100 nursing vacancies that we have at the moment, and we've got very, very nice locations. We've got Wales, we've got London, we've got meron tayo sa England and Scotland. So I mean, it's just a matter of completing your requirements. Pero alam ko na marami sa inyo ang, it's either kulang ka sa requirements, okay? Or hindi mo alam kung paano sisimulan. So hopefully, with today's episode, we'll be able to answer those questions, okay? Or at least you'll get to find out kung paano nga ba yung detailed process on how to register with the NMC or the Nursing and Midwifery Council. Okay, the difference between being OSCE ready, and just wanting to become a UK nurse or a nurse outside of the Philippines, magkaiba. Yung mga nanonood sa atin ngayon na, ay, gusto ko talaga maging nurse sa UK or gusto ko maging nurse elsewhere, kahit sa bansa pa yan. Kung gusto mo lang pero wala kang ginagawa, well, sorry, di ba? Mahihirapan tayo dyan. Pero, kung isa ka dun sa mga nurses na talagang nag-aaral, nagre-research, nagpe-prepare, nagtatanong, sumasali sa mga groups, paano, I wanna know. Alright? But, of course, pag alam mo na, ano nang gagawin mo ngayon, di ba? Di syempre, gawin mo na. Apply ka na, di ba? So, now, kung ikaw ay isa sa mga tao o dun sa mga nurses na nakapag-IELTS academics na or CBT, okay, the next part is for you to register with the NMC. So, ano nga ba NMC? NMC is the Nursing and Midwifery Council. This is the regulating body for nurses, midwives, doctors, radiographers, anything that has to do with healthcare workers, except, of course, senior carers, care assistants. Yeah? All right. So, kung ikaw ay nakapag-OET or IELTS na, this is the next step for you. Okay? All you need to do is register with the NMC, okay, for your CBT and OSCE. All right? During the registration for the NMC, mayroong mga fields doon na kailangan mong fill up, okay? And isa sa mga fields na itatanong sa iyo is, ano ba yung specialty mo as a nurse? Theater nurse ka ba? Registered mental nurse ka ba? Pediatric ba? Neurology? Okay? So, napakarami. So, make sure na i-select mo yung tamang category para sa'yo. Okay? And then, of course, you must be ready to upload your credentials. Okay? So, maraming credentials yung kailangan natin when we apply or when we register to the NMC. One thing would be yung passport mo, nursing license mo, yung diploma mo when you graduated nursing. Yeah, that's it. Okay? And then after uploading, you would need to pay £140. £140, right? And by the way, guys, this £140, hindi to refundable. Okay? Hindi to refundable, right? So just take note of that. And so after you have actually registered as NMC, they will actually call, for example, Philippines, they will actually call PRC, Philippine Regulatory Commission, para ma-verify nila kung talagang, tunay yung mga documents mo. Okay? Now, pag nangyari yun, okay, you just have to wait for your application to be verified. Very, very simple. It would take maybe 2-4 weeks, okay? Depending, of course, sa volume ng applicants natin. All right? And you guys can actually track your application. You can actually see asang stage ka na sa process. Okay? NMC verified ka na ba? May CBT ka na ba? Upload mo na ba yung ganito, yung ganyan? OSCE ready ka na ba? Okay? So, merong tracking doon online, dun sa website ng NMC para alam mo nasang stage ka na ng process. Okay? Now, so again, just a quick recap, very, very easy. Just go to NMC, okay, NMC website, and then mag-register ka doon, upload your passport, your nursing diploma, and your PRC license. Or kung nandito ka sa Middle East or dito sa UAE, for example, upload your HAAD license, okay, because valid din yun. Okay? And after that, you need to pay £140 for the registration fee. Okay? Now, once tapos mo na yung registration, okay? Once you've done your registration, they will kukontakin nila yung PRC or yung DHA dito sa Dubai or UAE, for example, and then they will verify kung ikaw ba talaga ay registered nurse under dun sa accrediting body na yan. Okay? Now, the next thing that you want to know is about taking the CBT. Okay? So, before we go in there, let's say hi to a few people. And of course, we want to make sure that you guys are comfortable, you guys are okay, right? From Rohit. Hello, Rohit. Nice to see you here. Jean Garay. Hi, Sir Michael. I'm from cohort 12, watching here in Dubai. Welcome to our show today. From Mary Chris, De Los Santos, good day. Share done. Fantastic. All right. If you think this will help you, if this will help you or your colleagues or friends or families ng mga nurses, don't forget to like and share this video para naman makarating din sa kanila yung ating information. And of course, don't forget to also subscribe to our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/Ian's Group. Okay? And napakaraming video doon ang makakatulong sa inyo para, siguro pwede kayo mag-DIY, do-it-yourself application. It's feasible, but it would take you longer. Okay? I'm not saying it's impossible, of course. Okay? Now, what else do we have here? Okay. Okay. Now, what you need to know about taking the CBT exam. Okay. It's very easy. If I'm being honest, wala pa yata ako narinig na bumagsak sa CBT. CBT or computer-based test, okay, yan yung part 1 ng NMC application mo. Okay? It's actually computer-based test. So, meaning to say, kailangan mo siyang i-take using the computer, of course. And the NMC's CBT test provider is Pearson VUE. Okay? So, all you have to do is log into Pearson website and then select nyo yung CBT exam. Okay? Now, the CBT passing rate, okay, may 2 parts ang CBT natin, of course. The CBT has 2 parts. The decision if a candidate passes or fails the CBT is determined by both critical questions and overall passing mark. Okay? Ang isang candidate, they must be able to answer 90% of the critical questions correctly. Medyo mataas yung ating passing rate. Okay? 90% yung kailangan ma-achieve na score para mapasa yung part 1 ng CBT. And then, the overall passing score should be at least 60%. Okay, so let me just repeat that for you guys. The CBT has two parts, okay? The first part is about answering critical questions. So, siguro naman, medyo may idea na kayo kung anong critical questions, di ba? Lalo na kung critical yung kalagayan ng inyong pasyente, aba, dapat mabilis kayo, di ba? So, answering the critical questions would require you na makakuha ng at least 90%. Now, the other part, okay, of gauging if you pass or not is yung overall passing mark mo, which only needs to be 60%. Okay? Now, the CBT is made up of about 120 questions. Okay? So, of course, may time limit din yan. Hindi mo pwedeng spend all day, all night para magsagot ng CBT. Okay? So, may timeline, may time limit yan, and you need to be able to answer all 120 questions during that period. Okay? Of course, the NMC suggests that you read the following to prepare for your CBT. Ito guys, tip na to, very, very easy, very informative, and we're giving this out to you because we want to help you. All right? So, para malaman nyo kung ano ba yung mga standards na pwedeng mailagay doon sa exam, okay, you need to go to TOC Test Blueprints. TOC Test Blueprints. Okay? This will allow you, or you will be able to understand how the standards may be tested by the CBT or OSCE. Okay? The other one, or the other resource na kailangan nyo rin tingnan, okay, is the code. Okay? The code. Wow. Ano yung the code, Michael? Da Vinci Code ba to? No, this is the nursing code in the UK, right? And these are the professional standards that everyone on our register must uphold throughout their practice. See? Now, of course, very common sense lang, no? The code is, ito yung, sabihin na natin gabay, or guidelines na sinusunod ng bawat healthcare professionals in the NMC. Okay? And of course, last but not the least is Test of Competence 2014. I hope nagsusulat kayo. I hope nagtitake down kayo ng notes. But anyway, you can always go back to this video and watch us on YouTube. All right? Test of Competence 2024, CBT Candidate Information Booklet for Nurses and Midwives. And for sure, kung mahanap at marireview nyo yung tatlong sources na to or resources na to, oh my gosh, 100% passing rate. Okay? All right. Now, the other thing, of course, na kailangan mong dalhin bago ka makapag-take ng CBT is same with OET or IELTS, you need to be able to verify your identity. Meaning to say, when you show up dun sa test center, you need to provide your passport. Okay? So, wag mong kalilimutan ang passport kung ikaw ay mag-exam. Okay? All right. Now, the good thing about getting CBT, because it's computer-based test, okay, mabilis ang resulta. So, mabilis mong malalaman kung bigo ka ba o pasado. Okay? So, within 48 hours, makakakuha tayo ng results kung pasado o hindi yung CBT mo. Okay? And of course, yung NMC online account mo will also be updated. Very, very automated yan, guys. Automated yan. Okay? So, once 48 hours has passed, or once you've done your person view test with CBT, just go on to NMC on your online account, and then makikita nyo na doon kung pasado ka o hindi. Okay? All right. Now, say for example, bumagsak ka sa CBT mo. Okay? Say for example, bumagsak ka sa CBT mo dahil either nag-take ka ng CBT na gutom ka, or malungkot ka or galit ka, so bara-bara lang yung pagsasagot mo, di ba? O di kaya heartbroken ka, kaya lang nabayaran ko na, sayang naman kung hindi ko attendan, di ba? O di kaya lasing ka kagabi bago ka nag-CBT test, oh my gosh, right? That's okay. You can actually retake your CBT up to 3 attempts. All right. Now, the only thing that you need to take note of is that there is a cooling period, which is just 10 days. Then, pagkatapos ng 10 days, pwede ka na ulit mag-retake ng CBT mo. And this time, hopefully, kapag-review ka na, focus ka, hindi ka na heartbroken. Well, sino ba nakaka-recover sa heartbreak within 10 days? Marami, no? Okay? All right. So, guys, listen to this, okay? This is very, very important. What happens, Michael, kung after three attempts, hindi ko pa rin napasa yung CBT ko. Okay? Well, your application will close and you'll need to start a new application if you want to register with NMC. Okay? So, remember, nagbayad ka na ng 140 pounds para sa NMC registration mo. Okay? And hindi mo na makukuha yun. So, pag bumagsak ka sa CBT mo after 3 takes, then you will have to do another NMC application. And, of course, another bayad na naman yun ng 140 pounds. Okay? So, just make sure you're ready, you're prepared before booking your CBT test kasi napakadali lang nito. And, you know, as far as I know, wala pang bumabagsak dito. Kung meron man, ikaw ang magiging una. Alright? Okay, before we continue, Kulais TV. Hi, Sir Michael Hermy here from Cohort 12, watching from Saudi Arabia. Marhaba, Kulais. Kulais TV. Wow. Mukhang may sarili nga ring YouTube channel. Pa-promote naman dyan, ma'am. Oh. Hello, how about me? I'm not a nurse, but I have an NVQ level 3 in health and social care. Am I qualified for a healthcare visa? And the answer to that is yes and no. At the moment, you're not yet qualified. You're not yet eligible. Kung ano man yung pangalan mo, puro guhit yan, ano? Maguhit ka. You're not yet qualified, okay? You're not yet eligible, rather, but we can help you, okay? And we can help you, right? And so, speaking of which, of how we can help you, let's take a quick break. And then when we come back, let's talk about taking your OSCE. Okay? Ano nga ba yung OSCE na yan? Paano nga ba ginagawa yan? Let's talk about OSCE when we come back. So don't go away. Stay tuned and watch this video.
My name is Chris Pearl. I'm from the Philippines. I'm living with my family together with my 5-year-old son. His name is Liam. Initially, I thought it will be easier for me to go to the UK given that I am a registered nurse in the Philippines. But I haven't thought about the impact of my experience gap since I've been working in the UAE for the last 9 years, but it's not healthcare or nursing related stuff. So I tried applying to an agency, but the experience is actually the problem. They cannot offer a job because of my working gap. So that was the challenge that I'm really facing until I found Ian. I've heard Ian while I was browsing on Facebook. When I saw the ad, I have to pay like around 69 pounds. So I was like, I have nothing to lose. This could be the door to open for me going to the UK. After the webinar itself, I went to my husband and says like, I think we will be going to the UK very, very soon. It's a very clear process, a very structured, so there's nothing for me to worry because Ian's got this holistic business model of providing training, solicitor advice, and they also have like skilled worker specialists. It's all services under one roof. Imagine I started working with Ian in January and in 4 months' time, I got my visa. And not just that, I also got my family's visa, including my boy. I was like, no one wants to believe that we actually have the visa. Like, I don't care, I have the visa for my family. So it was incredible. I couldn't find the word exactly how to express how happy we are. Can you check for me? Maybe it's just a dream. And my husband was like, no, we really have the stamp in here. So it's really amazing. Like, I couldn't still believe it even when I was already here, because the other agency would normally advise us like, you can go first, and then once you're settled, that's the time you can bring your family. But with Ian's, there was no second words, you can bring your family, yes you can. After a week time, they even came to Belfast to see how are we, I mean, our accommodation, and even get in touch with our employer. One of the experience that I'm getting when I got here in the UK is also the support that I have been getting from my sponsor. They have helped us find our accommodation, finding the right car for me, and even the right insurance, making sure that I'm all well. And I'm really happy that Ian found me one, which has guided me and given me everything that I need. So for those who are aspiring to move to the UK, don't lose hope, don't ever lose hope. Trust the process, pray, and make sure to enroll to Ian's. They have all the necessary services that you need. It's really such wonderful experience, and I'm really thankful. I can't be here without Ian, so thank you so much.
April 29 at 1 p.m. UK time. That is the next webinar that we are going to have for this month of April. So if you're interested to move and work in the UK as a skilled worker, don't forget to join us this coming 29th of April. All right, so let's say hi to our 1.1 million viewers at the moment. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your attendance today, right? And of course, ito yung ating Tagalog episode, okay? We've got episodes in English, Hindi, Arabic, and of course, para sa ating mga kababayan na nasa Pilipinas o nasa labas ng Pilipinas, ito po ang inyong tutukan sa araw na ito. Okay, so ano na nga ba yung pinag-uusapan natin kanina? So, before we went on a break, pinag-uusapan natin kanina kung paano mo gagawin yung NMC registration mo. And of course, taking your CBT, which is actually part 1 ng NMC registration mo. Okay? Or part 1 exam. Right? So, ano yung part 2? Siyempre, ito yung pinaka-importante sa lahat. And now, we'll talk about everything that is talk about around OSCE, okay? And what is OSCE, okay? OSCE is the practical part of the test, right? Test of competence, which nurses is really, how do I say this? Sobrang, kung pwede lang hindi na mag-OSCE, di ba? Maging nurse na lang ako. Anyway, meron na akong 10, 15, 20 years of experience. But it's the same thing as passing the boards, di ba? So, ang pinagkaiba lang, so yung CBT is actually yung theory part ng exam, okay? Which is 120 questions. And OSCE is yung practical part ng test, okay? So, it's always very, very important to give time and preparation pag magte-take ka ng OSCE mo. In fact, pre-registered nurses, tandaan nyo guys, kung ikaw ay pre-registered nurse, ibig sabihin, meron ka ng IELTS and OSCE, meron ka ng NMC registration, and pasado mo na yung CBT mo. So, at the moment, pre-registered nurse ka na. And pwede ka nang ma-hire sa UK as a pre-registered nurse, right? Pre-registered nurses in the UK, hindi sila agad-agad nagtatrabaho, mind you. Okay? Hindi ka basta-basta isasalang sa trabaho kasi syempre, maaaring iba yung standards mo, iba yung pinalakihan mo, iba yung nakasanayan mo sa work mo sa Pilipinas, sa Middle East or sa ibang part ng mundo. Okay? So, kailangan mo magdaan sa training. And part ng training na yon is yung OSCE training mo. Okay? Tandaan nyo rin guys, no? Ang OSCE exam nyo, okay, or OSCE test, can only be done in the UK. Right? Nowhere else. Hindi siya online. Okay? So, kailangan mo talagang bumiyahe sa UK para matake mo yung OSCE mo. Okay? So, in our previous episodes, I told you how you can become a registered nurse in the UK without actually having the need of a sponsor. Okay? So, if you missed that episode, go back to our YouTube channel and search for that video. Okay? Now, of course, the UK sponsor usually gives them time para mag-review sa OSCE. Okay? In fact, with NHS, as far as I'm concerned, for example, my sister, who's working with NHS, pagdating niya sa UK, hindi agad siya nagtrabaho. They actually spent 2 months para as in training lang, training. May konting work, okay? Pero training, right? And the good thing about that is it's actually paid, you know? It's actually paid when you do your training. So, this allows, or this gives the candidates, the pre-registered nurses, a higher chance of passing their test. Okay? So, now we know what OSCE is. Saan nga ba natin pwedeng i-take yung OSCE natin? So, at the moment, we've got 4 different locations in the UK where you can take your OSCE, and it's actually a smart thing to do na tignan mo yung bawat website nitong 4 locations na to kung magte-take ka ng OSCE mo, kasi you want to get kung ano yung earliest date para sa OSCE test mo. Okay? So, what are the 4 OSCE-approved testing locations? It's Oxford Brookes University. That's number 1. University of Northampton. Number 3 is Ulster University. And number 4 is Northumbria University. Before it was just 3 locations, and the latest addition to that list is Northumbria University. Okay? Now, of course, may bayad yung ating OSCE test, right? You have to pay the fee of £794. Okay? Non-refundable, by the way, kung babagsak ka man. Alright? And of course, if bumagsak ka, which is sana naman hindi, okay, of course, you can also resit your test, right? And you will have to pay the reduced fee of £397 if yung i-resit mo na exam is below 7 stations. Stations, Michael? All right, let me explain. Okay? At the moment, ang OSCE test natin, or ang OSCE natin ngayon, ay may 10 stations. Before it was just 5, right? Now it's 10 stations, meaning to say 10 stages or 10 parts of the exam. Okay, no OSCE. Okay. Now, if you fail like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, okay, you will only need to pay £397 to retake yung mga stations na nabagsak mo. Okay? More than 7, don't retake. Mag-aral ka ulit. Mag-training ka ulit. Right? So, you can actually retake, for example, the first time na pag first time mo na bumagsak, you can retake OSCE again after 10 days, right? Third time, bumagsak ka, another 10 days, pwede mo ulit i-retake yun. Now, after the third time, there would actually be a 6 months cooling period, if I'm not mistaken, bago ka makapag-retake ulit ng OSCE mo for the 4th time. Okay? And listen to this, guys. Listen to this. If you entered the UK as a pre-registered nurse, you only have 8 months. 8 months para maipasa mo yung OSCE mo. Kung hindi ka nakapasa within 8 months, you will have to leave the country, okay? Or you will have to find another employer who's willing to take the risk on you at sana naman maipasa mo na yung OSCE mo. Okay? So, again, the new OSCE has 10 stations. Before it was just 5. 4 stations will continue to be linked together around a scenario. So, scenario-based yung ating and that is APIE. This is the 4 stations, okay? 1 station for assessment, planning, implementation, and evaluation. So that's the 4 stations now, okay? Now, the other 4 stations is to test your skills, okay? So practical test, right? The 2 new stations is to assess the candidate's values and behaviors and evidence-based practice. So, dito na pumapasok yung the code, right? Sinusunod mo ba yung code of practice, of course, of being a nurse? How do you address yung mga different types of situations natin, yung mga patient mo, and so on and so forth. Okay, one of the things that will come out, what is duty of candor? Okay, if you are a nurse and if you're watching right now, tell me what is the duty of candor. Okay, anyway, now getting your results is really fast as well. Okay, it will take you 15 working days to receive your OSCE result. And just like sa CBT mo, kung pasado ka o failed ka, mag-update din yan sa NMC online account mo. Okay, so within 15 days, kabado ka, tuliro ka, shocks, tama ba yung mga pinagsasagot ko sa OSCE ko? And then within 15 days, makukuha mo yung results ng OSCE mo. And you just have to log into your NMC online account and you will see your results. Okay? Now, if you pass your OSCE, wow! Say, for example, nakapasa ka ng OSCE mo, di ba? You'll get an email with the details of what to do next. But at this point, pasado ka pa lang. Pasado ka pa lang, okay? You will need to get your PIN number. Okay? Once you get your PIN number, this is when we can say you are now officially a registered nurse in the UK, right? Okay. Very, very easy. Very, how do you say this? The step-by-step process, when you know these things, mas madali na para sa'yo na mag-decide and, isipin, ano nga ba talaga yung gusto kong gawin in the future? If you are a nurse who's watching this video at the moment, nasaan ka man, nasa Pilipinas, Saudi, Bahrain, UAE, Qatar, Singapore, wherever, the first step for you is to get your required band score, whether it's OET or IELTS. Okay, if you take your IELTS academics, the band score that you want to have is a band score of 7. Okay, reading, writing, listening, speaking, lahat yan 7. Yung writing, pwedeng bumaba ng 6.5. Okay, the same with OET. Okay, now once you got your desired band score, okay, and guys, listen to me. Yung IELTS academics nyo, valid lang yan for 2 years. Okay? So make sure within the next 2 years, magawa mo na yung kailangan mong gawin. So next step is to register for NMC. Okay? Upload your passport, upload your nursing registration license, and of course, your diploma. Right? Once you have uploaded itong mga documents na to, just pay £140 for the registration fee. Okay, and again, guys, non-refundable to. Okay, now Once you've done your registration, the next step is for you to book your ano nga yun, guys? CBT, okay? Computer-based test, which is 120 questions test. And ang accredited lang na magbigay ng CBT is Pearson VUE. Okay, so log into their website, see when is the available date, and then book your exam. Okay. If you pass your CBT, congratulations, you are now a pre-registered nurse. And you can start getting an offer. Okay? But of course, kailangan mo ng employer, kailangan mo ng offer, kailangan mo ng interviews. Wow, Ians, can you help me? Of course we can. Right? And so just to let you know, guys, we are of course hiring nurses from all around the world, wherever you are. If you are an OSCE ready nurse and you want to work in the UK, we can provide you sponsorship right away because meron tayong mga COS available, okay? Competitive pay rate, minimum salary of £33,000 per year, free flight tickets, free accommodation, free massage, free food, okay? And all you have to do is send us your CV, and we'll take care of it. Send your CV at dubaiteam@ians-group.com. Sama mo na dyan yung CBT and IELTS or OET results mo. Okay? Now, aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, okay, again, pag napasa mo na yung CBT mo, get an employer or, go to the UK to take your OSCE. Once you pass your OSCE, which you can do in 4 different locations, which I mentioned earlier, the fee para makapag-take ka ng OSCE is £794. And again, non-refundable ito, of course. Okay? So, if you think you're ready to do your OSCE, book mo na yan. Oh, hang on a second. Can Ian help me with OSCE training? Yes, we can. All right. In fact, yung mga nurses natin na employ with our UK sponsors, they go through a series of online training even before sila dumating sa UK. Right? And then pagdating nila sa UK, we actually give them 10 days, 10 intense days of OSCE training, face-to-face, MOOCs exam. Okay? So, if napasa mo yung ating MOOCs exam of 10 days training, then re-recommend namin na, sige, go ahead, you're ready, mag-take ka na ng OSCE mo. Otherwise, we'll advise na huwag ka muna mag-take and then get more training. Okay? And we're very, very flexible with that. We've got really, really talented, really, really good OSCE trainers in the UK. All of them are registered nurses, and so they will be able to help you. And as far as I'm concerned, ang ating pong passing rate is 99.99%. Yung 0.1% hindi pa po nagte-test. Kaya hindi pa sila kabilang dun sa ating statistics. Okay? All right. So, that's it for today, and I hope you guys were able to get all the details that you need. Yung step-by-step process natin na kung pasado ka na sa IELTS, okay, sabi nga niya, right? Ito yung kompletong guide on how to take your CBT and OSCE. Okay? Now, again, we are hiring here in the UAE, Ian's UAE. We're hiring salespeople, marketing people, graphics designer, videographer, video editor, IELTS teacher, OSCE trainer, host. Palitan nyo na ako, please, no? Kung meron man sa inyo interesado. Accountant, and many, many more. So, just go to our webpage or website and you'll find all the vacancies in there. Okay? What else are we missing today? Okay. I think that's it, guys. Thank you so much for being with us today. Um, let's say hi to Sui Claire. Hello, how are you? And thank you for um, being with us today. From Maria Hera Viloria, good day. Other than credit card, is there any other way to pay for the webinar? Yes, there is. You can actually send an email to accounts@ians-group.com to ask for our bank details. Otherwise, kung ikaw naman ay nasa UAE, Maria, you can visit our office here in Business Bay and you can pay in cash. Okay? Um, Monia Varma going to join webinar on the 29th of April. Fantastic, right? Welcome. And from Funke, please, I'm not a healthcare personnel, but I want to work as a senior citizens caretaker. So how do I go about it, please? Well, everything that you need to know is in the webinar, which is going to happen on the 29th of April. Okay, so with that, I'd like to say thank you for our 1.6 million viewers. Wow, hooray! Thank you for watching today, and hopefully meron kayong mga pick up na information that will be very useful for your application as a registered nurse in the UK. And if you haven't taken the first step, do so now. Very in demand ng mga nurses natin today. Nasa Pilipinas ka man o wala, mahaba man yung experience mo, hindi, may work cap ka man, we can do, oh my gosh, magical things for you. Nothing is impossible, okay? Always remember that. All right? And with that, I'll say goodbye. I will see you guys tomorrow. And if you think you've got a topic that you want me to cover for you, if you want me to discuss a very specific topic, comment down below. And let's see, maybe yan ang susunod nating episode. Okay? All right. So this is Michael again, your host for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
How does £33,000 a year sound like? Too good to be true? No, it isn't. In fact, you can earn so much more if you're an OSCE ready nurse. Start from band 5, learn and get experience, and your career progression will be limitless. Flexible, inclusive, and progressive. These are only some of the main advantages of working in our private care home. In competitive pay, great benefits, and a family-friendly environment. Tick all the right boxes for you. Contact us. We have over 100 job vacancies for you, and our UK sponsors can offer immediate sponsorship to the right candidates. How immediate? Send us your IELTS and CBT and be in the UK in just 4 weeks. At Ian's, we don't delay, we deliver. Not OSCE ready yet? That is not a problem. Call us to know a different pathway to the UK.
All right, Butch, thank you.